have completely covered this quilt top that I started. I showed it to you in the last vlog. I think I had probably done the bottom half of it, which looks like this. And now I have the top half done. I have this little bit of quilt batting that needs to be covered up, and my solution for that is going to be just this little square that I want to put like a blanket stitch frame around it so it kind of looks like a little framed piece. And then I'll add some more embroidery on the inside of it once I tack it down and know what it looks like. So let's go ahead and add that. I really am into the blanket stitches recently, I guess. Didn't realize it was a thing, but I guess it's a thing. I'm just taking this flax thread that I like to use. Boy crying outside of my studio. Let me go grab him real quick. Come on in. Logic says, hello, it is I. Hi. Want to say hi to everybody? Yeah. Come here. Can you sit in my lap nice while I do this? Okay. You do what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. How's that sound? We're almost done anyway. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All done with that. Hi, Logie. Hi, Logie. Kissy, kissy, so sweet. All right, so that's what that looks like. And our quilt top is finished. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the vlog. My name is Kaylee. I am a fiber artist and quilter and illustrator in North Carolina, and I am so happy that you're here. Logic is really happy to be here too, clearly. Hi, buddy. Hi. We are just chilling. It is a Sunday morning here. Hi, buddy. You're so sweet. It is a Sunday morning here. It's really nice outside, so I think I want to head out and do some indigo dyeing. I think that would be really fun. I know we did it in the last video, but I think it'd be fun to do it again in this video too. My plan is to get that set up, and I think I might take this quilt top that I just finished outside, because the intention with this white part here that Logic is demonstrating so well is that I kind of want it to look like a sketchbook. Like I just want to embroider on top of it and significant things to me before I actually quilt this. So on that note, let's go set that up. I keep my white fabric for dyeing ever so organized and just on top of my fabric shelf. We need this, and then we need this. And we need you too. You wanna come outside? I wish you could come outside with us. That'd be so nice. I promise I will snuggle with you in a second, okay? I'll snuggle with you soon. She can come out if she wants. Jeez. When I took my cover off of my Indigo vat, it had this flower still, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen that yet. Usually I have to wake the vat up before I get my flower, but look at that. Sure. What time is it? Okay.
Mini kids. Hi. Scary Mimi. Oh, that's very sweet, Gary.
Emily, say hi.
Hi.
Wow, thank you. I hadn't been to the thrift store for a couple of weeks, so I thought it'd be fun to go together and look for some potential sewing supplies. The store has been open for 30 minutes and it already looks so busy, so wish me luck. With any thrift trip, you know that I like to start in the bedding and homewares textile section. I always find my favorite things here usually. Now that I'm indigo dyeing at home, I was particularly in search for some cotton white sheets, but I didn't find anything today. I don't know what was going on, but everything that I found was either not white or not cotton, so better luck next time. And I don't remember the last time I used a physical pattern like this, but I do always like to look at them at the thrift. I think they're so fun, and a lot of them are vintage. In particular, I felt very spiritually connected to this little vampire. One thing I was not expecting were all these ornaments. There were so many ornaments throughout the entire store, and I guess, yeah, people probably donate their old ornaments that they no longer use. But I was very happily surprised with this. And I almost immediately found a clown. So in the cart she goes. I don't think any explanation is required for this one either. We're back home and I am working on this sewing project that I started yesterday. It looks a little crazy right now, but can you kind of see in here? Maybe. It really is just a mess of fabric at the moment. That's kind of how these sewing projects tend to go, these bigger projects. I don't follow instructions very often when I'm sewing, so this is a whole new thing. 17 pages of instructions. And what I'm making is a dice bag, like a magic dice or Dungeons and Dragons kind of dice bag for a friend of mine for their spouse for Christmas. I am at the part in the dice bag where I am putting the bottom on, and it has all these little compartments. So this is the bottom of the bag. It has all these little compartments for your dice, and you have to put these bottoms on. And you know it's bad in the instructions when they're like, hey, this is the really hard part. If you can get through this, you'll be soaring. So I did one yesterday. It went okay. And now I have to do 7 more of these little compartments. So I'm going to work on that now. Basically, these little pie pieces on all of these little compartments. So they have a bottom. And this is just the reality of my desk right now. A little bit of a disaster. Too, I want to mention that this is all made using dyed fabric that I dyed with my indigo vat. So I think that's pretty cool, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. And this fabric is a little bit thicker of a cotton. Like, it's a cotton linen blend, so it's a little bit, has more texture to it than a regular cotton does. I think the end result will be pretty cool, but we have to get there first. And so far, it's been pretty straightforward. Oh yeah, I'm gonna work on that for a little bit and hopefully get through this fiddly bottom part. That's my goal for this. my scissors. Oh, they're there. I just finished the bottom. Look at that. Well, it actually wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. It maybe took me 30 minutes, 40 minutes to do this. So not too bad. And I think, like I said, this is the hardest part according to the person that created this pattern. So I think as long as we have this done, we should be smooth sailing. And yeah, this is where we're going to stop for today. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but yeah, I am happy with how this turned out and relieved that it's done.
Hey Google, turn on the Christmas tree.
I finished my little dice bag last night. Look at how nice it looks. It's definitely handmade for sure. And I had to do some workarounds for things that, you know, troubleshooting things that I didn't anticipate. Like I had to hand sew a buttonhole. This is not only my first hand sewn buttonhole, this is my first buttonhole ever because my sewing machine doesn't have buttonholes, so I've always just avoided them in the past. But I think for a first attempt, it turned out all right. And we have the channel for the drawstring here. We have all the separate pockets, a bottom. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it overall. I think it turned out nice. And yeah, for someone who doesn't do patterns like this was pretty straightforward and easy for me to follow. So I'll go ahead and link this dice bag pattern below just in case you know, you feel inclined to make one for yourself and you're like, oh, it'd be a good idea for somebody that I know. It was pretty easy. Like, I think all things considered, I'm just not used to following patterns like this. So I did make some errors. I marked things that I shouldn't have. I put the buttonhole in the wrong place the first time, you know, just little things like that. But overall, I would say it was pretty straightforward and successful. Can I pick up me swallowing? I have like the loudest swallow, I swear. Let's just see for fun. Just listen. Anything? Anything? Editing me will know. Hey guys, I just wanted to check in. It has been a couple days since I filmed that last clip updating you on my dice bag that I made for my friend. Yeah, it's been a couple days. It's been a really busy week, really busy couple of weeks. I knew that this month was going to be insane and I'm feeling it for sure. So I just wanted to check in to close out this video and show you some things that I picked up over the last couple of days as part of Black Friday sales. And then I also wanted to show you what I ended up picking up at the thrift store because I didn't film a clip after that. And I just laundered everything. So we have a nice pile back here that you can see, and then I also have more stuff just all behind me. My studio is chaos at the moment. That is the one thing about the GoPro that I struggle with, is that the angle of the view is really wide, so I can't hide anything. Like I can't like cut corners or like, you know, put some things like off to the side a little bit where they're out of frame because everything in this room is in frame with the GoPro. But I really enjoy filming with it. It's really convenient. But this is just real life and this is the real mess of things, and I have several projects going on at once right now and it shows behind me. So hopefully in the next vlog things are a bit tidier in my external space and also in my internal space, but that has yet to be determined, I guess. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the things that I would like to show you to close out this vlog. I had a really fun time just browsing the thrift store that one day with you guys, and I actually kind of ended up putting a whole quilt top together at the thrift. Not like subject matter wise, but color palette wise. I had this piece of mauve-y, pinky linen blend. I got this from Joann's right before it closed, and it's just been sitting on my shelf waiting for the opportune moment to use it. I knew that I liked this color and I would find something for it eventually, and it was on sale, so I picked it up. But I pulled all these fabrics at the thrift store and they all kind of work. I have a quilt top that I need to start early next year. I'm going to be taking class and I don't know what this quilt is going to be about, but I think I have the fabrics for it and they're all right here. So as you can see, we just have some nice reds, some pinks, lavender. You know, this is all very much in my scheme of color choices right now. This was a rogue one. This is probably not going to be used for anything until next fall because it's very autumnal, but I couldn't pass it up. It's so beautiful. A nice cream, more pink polka dots. I love these. And then this pink and cream floral, a burgundy. These are all just either little fabric scraps that they have in the craft section of this thrift store or pillowcases. Those are the two places that I like to look for sewing materials at first, but those are my two primary spots to find fabric. And yeah, when I brought these home and looked at them, I was like, wow, that would make a beautiful color story for a quilt. Like, wouldn't it? Gorgeous. Don't know what's gonna be about yet, but it's already here and just ready to go and pick from. So I thought that was pretty exciting. This is how I end up with having several projects going on at once. But regardless, I was really excited about these finds and I'm looking forward to working with them next year. I have two guests that just arrived. That's so sweet. I did not do much Black Friday shopping, but I did order some thread from DMC, which is one of my favorite places to buy thread from. But yes, the Black Friday purchase was this box, and then a couple days later, I realized that I had forgotten to pick up some things that I actually wanted, like some colors that I actually wanted, and so I placed another order. So I just want to show you the color story of these threads. I'm not going to go through each one, like each number. That would just be a little redundant, but I think once we open these up, you'll kind of see where my creative mind has been in regards to color. And it's very different from what I was working with earlier this year, but it is very exciting to me. So let's go ahead and open these up. I now have all three cats in here, by the way. So if you see anything happening behind me that's not supposed to be happening, if they're being naughty, let me know, please, because I can't see behind my head. I've never gotten a box from DMC before, so this is new. Usually it all just comes in like a mailer. But how do I open it? So this was the Black Friday gift that they gave out for orders over, I think it was like $20 or something like that. It's this collector's case, but what I did not realize about it was that it came with skeins of thread and then also 2 diagrams to kind of follow. So was not expecting that, but that's a nice little extra touch here. You know, I love a container to put things in. Wow, that is pretty nice. I'm not much of a gray person, but I'm sure I can find a use for these. And then all of these whites and blacks are wonderful. So thank you for that, DMC. I'm excited to use these. Here are the color stories for everything that I purchased. I'm really feeling inspired by blues, dusty roses, maroons, reds, creams, pinks, like obviously all of those fun colors. I am just feeling very inspired by this color story. So I'm definitely shifting into a different season of what, you know, gets my attention and what interests me. But I think that's really fun as an artist to kind of see how your work will evolve over time. So I'm excited to dive into these. That is the new color palettes for upcoming work. And I think you can see that I was really feeling inspired by the quilt that I'm working on now, which is the cream and blue one with these choices. And I just want to keep building on that because I love how that quilt is looking. And I just want to like continue working in that vein of color story. So yeah, a fun little thread haul. You can never have too many threads. Okay, and then our last item that I would like to show you is a bit of a rogue one. You've probably noticed behind me this lovely shelf of antique/vintage dolls and clowns. I am into collecting very specific dolls and clowns that spark my fancy, and I'm very particular about the ones that I collect, so I don't have like a huge collection. I just have a very selective small group here, but I really am into all things antique and vintage, obviously, and then just clowns and dolls kind of like fall into that category as like a adjacent little side effect of that interest in antiques and vintage, as one does. I was just perusing on Etsy on a random day a week ago or so, and I found a clown that I wanted to add into my collection, and it has been several months since I've done so. So you know he had to be pretty special to do it. I've not seen him yet, obviously. He's still in his box, but let's go ahead and unwrap him. Come on out and say hi to everybody. Oh my god, he's huge. Oh, and he has little bells on his feet. He has such long legs. What really interested me about him is that I could tell he was handmade and that his clothes were handmade. And I'm just verifying, and I mean, it looks like they are. I'm seeing zigzag stitches and little ladder stitches to seal him up on the back. So I think he's totally handmade. He's really sweet. I love like the stitch work here that you can see, and this lovely jumpsuit that was made for him. Oh, he's really cool. Doesn't he have like an energy about him? His outfit even has like a little clip in it. Sorry, buddy, let me go ahead and get you dressed. There we go. Now his back is all fastened. So someone clearly put a lot of time and effort into making him. And I just love pieces of art like this and just the whole vibe in general. So I thought he would be a great addition to my home. I understand this isn't everybody's thing, but this is my thing. And I think that there are probably people that watch my videos that would also be into this too. So yeah, I need to come up with a name for him. Maybe it'll come to me, but for now, I think he will be a great fixture in the background of my videos. I'm not sure where I'll put him because he's so big, but we will find a spot for sure. And now that I'm surrounded by even more mess than I was 15 minutes ago, I'm gonna sign off for now. If you stuck to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your viewership. I find a lot of joy in documenting my everyday life, and I realize that I did not get a lot of sewing done in this vlog, but I'm hoping to change that with the next one. It's just been a lot of busy chaos. So I haven't been able to make as much art as I want, but I do have a couple commissions that came in this week for art-related tasks that I'm so glad and honored to be a part of. And I also have my personal projects I need to get working on, so I'm gonna be a busy girl. But until I see you again, I hope you are doing well wherever you are. I really appreciate you. I cannot wait to see you again, and I will talk to you very soon. And we're gonna head out, so we will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.